Hi, welcome to Special Edition Education Matters. My name's Ray Penny. I'll be your host for this special eighth dialogue with some eighth graders from Burlington County. We'll be talking about their experience during the pandemic, their experience in school, their future goals. I always look forward to these conversations. So for the first question, after you introduce yourself with it, your seventh and eighth grade year have been different than most students. You know, we had a pandemic. Sometimes you were in school. Sometimes some of you may not have been in school. Some of you may have been in school the whole time. Different experiences, but everyone went through it. What are some of the lessons you took from that? What were the challenges you had? What were some of the maybe some positives that you had? So I'm going to start with Brody. Introduce yourself and answer the question.
Hello, I'm Brody Phillips from Shamong Indian Mills Memorial School, and I believe that through COVID, we definitely had a decreased social aspect in school, with not being able to talk as much and even being not in school. But I think this really taught us that life will put obstacles in our way, but we have to work past them to be the best we can.
That's great. It is true. That is true. Marilise, what about you?
Hi, my name is Marilise Pena, and I'm from Riverside Middle School. And I feel like I learned a positive lesson that to appreciate the people around you because you never know what they're going through. Since COVID, many elderlies or many people with other diseases might have been affected with COVID harder than the average person. So, yes.
All right. What about you, Taylor?
I'm Taylor Topham, and I go to Southampton schools. And I definitely struggled with socializing coming out of COVID and going back to school. It was definitely awkward at first, but coming out of it and when things started to get more normal, I just learned how to be more confident in myself. And yeah.
Kylie, what about you?
Hi, I'm Kylie from Palmyra Middle School, and honestly, I think COVID really messed up a lot of socializing that we really needed, and a lot of us didn't have people to talk to, and it really made things harder for everyone. And it was just really, it wasn't good for, I don't know how to say this. It wasn't really good for learning in groups and everything. Friends, I lost a lot of friends, all that. It was hard.
Okay. Yeah, it was not easy. Nick, what about you?
Hi, I'm Nick Furia. I go to Olson Middle School in Tabernacle Township. Through COVID, I think that I learned that socialization is really important to our daily lives because if we're not like socializing in the classroom with the teacher, we're not learning the same way as we would be learning in the classroom. And then I felt a great impact through that.
Zoe, can you answer that question?
Zoe Saunders from Florence Riverfront Middle School. COVID was really hard because I'm a really in-person learner, and trying to learn from online without engaging in the classroom was really hard. And I learned that even when you want to give up and when stuff gets really hard, it's going to be okay because you just have to keep going and keep going through it because life is just going to show you that you can keep going and you can do it.
Great. I love how all of you kind of like knew it was tough, but you kind of kept your spirits up. Look, you went through it. Your parents and all adults went through it, including your teachers. Um, were there any teachers that or staff members who have helped you a lot in your educational experience and made you a better student? Brody?
I would like to talk about my eighth grade science teacher, Mr. Schultz. He just showed me that teaching isn't just about helping your students learn, but leading the classroom and making them grow as people.
Marilise, what about you?
I would say my math teacher, Miss Bilo, because she helped wanting to improve her students to succeed in life, and she always had a positive attitude. No matter if the day was tough or it was a bad day, she always wanted to cheer up her students.
Okay, Taylor, what about you?
Um, I would say my fifth grade teacher, because even after I left fifth grade, she continued to help me in my school and sport life and just life outside of school. And she is still a big impact on my life.
That's great. Kylie.
I would definitely say my math teacher, Miss Sutia. Even when things get hard, she's always positive and always finds a way to cheer me and my classmates up. And it really helps us learn, like, it helps us, our learning experience, just it's better altogether with her attitude and just the way she projects herself.
Nick, what about you?
Um, Two teachers. I actually have two teachers for this. My math teacher, Mrs. McNair, and my science teacher, Mrs. Petersack. I felt like they always had a positive attitude during the classroom and always made class fun during those tough times.
Great. Melanie, what about you?
I didn't answer the other question.
Oh, I missed you. I'm sorry. So, Melanie, why don't you do the first question and then I'll say your name again.
I'm Melanie DiMiola. I'm from the Macy Middle School in Marlton, and it was really difficult for me to work in like a house with multiple people trying to focus at the same time and do their own classes because my sister, she's in high school and my mom's a teacher, and it was just really hard for me to do that. So I just had to learn like how to be flexible and like make the best out of my situation.
Melanie again.
I would have to say my 8th grade math teacher, Miss Varner, because she just like always knows how to like allow us to do hands-on work that like allows us to know what we're doing, and she just knows how to teach the material correctly, and she's always there for us whenever like we're in trouble and we need help.
And Zoe, what about you?
I feel like Miss Fulton, my guidance counselor, is very like just a role model to me because she's always been there for me and helped me throughout a lot of challenges I had in my life. And she's just always had a positive attitude about it and been there to help me.
That's great. I'm going to ask you all a favor. When we put this out, I want you to share it with the teacher that you mentioned. Even if you have to go back to your fifth grade teacher, I think they would love to know that you talked about them so positively. And a lot of you use that word positive. It's amazing how a positive person can really influence you. I'm going to ask your advice. If your superintendent or the principal of your school came up to you and said, what can we do to make the educational experience better for almost all the kids in the school? What would you tell them what advice would you give them? Brody?
I would say just try to make sure every student who has a different learning and different way, just help them out individually if they need it. And also give them a chance to make friends if they're more lonely. Because I look around at lunch sometimes and there's kids just not getting as much attention. And I feel like we need to put in more, just try harder to give those kids a chance.
No, that's great. That's great. Merlise, what about you?
I would say since at my school we are using Chromebooks a lot and many of our assignments are online, I feel like we should have more educational apps to help our learning experience and also to just keep going because some days are going to be really tough because we never know when COVID is going to end or it's going to increase or decrease. So we just want to keep pushing and keep going forward.
Great. Taylor, what about you?
I would say that we should add like a room in our school. I mean, we have like the counselor's office, but like
Taylor, clap again because it's not picking you up.
okay. I would say that we should add like a room that people can go if they're feeling anxious. We have the counselor's office, but a lot of people don't like to go there because if they have like a bad experience with like, I don't know, like that, they just don't want to go back. And I personally struggle with it, and I know some of my friends struggle with it, and I think it would really help if we just knew that we had a place to go if we just wanted to like take a minute to like relax.
Okay, Kylie, what about you?
I would definitely say have more time to like more group time with other students because a lot of people lack that during the virtual and it was tough for them to get back into it when people came back. So I definitely say more time to work together with things and more hands-on learning.
Great. Melanie?
I would definitely say that like more hands-on projects because I know I'm a very like hands-on learner and a lot of my friends are. So I feel like if we incorporated that more into the curriculum, it would just like better all of our learning.
And Nick, what about you?
I personally feel like that if we had a more diverse way to suit to people's learning needs, because personally I'm a hands-on learner, but some of my friends are not as hands-on as me. And if the curriculum was more orchestrated to where it was how different people could learn it like a different way, I think it would work a lot better during that time.
Zoe?
I feel that we should do more activities and learning activities rather than just sitting and listening to your teacher, because that works for some people, but for others, it's really hard and they just don't grasp all of the information.
I loved all your suggestions. I'm hoping that when your principal sees this interview, they're like, oh, maybe that is a good idea. Let's hope that they do that. So, and then they'll probably yell at me for saying that we should listen to you. So anyway, the last question is a two-part question. Pretty soon you'll be graduating and going to high school. And with going to high school, what are you looking forward to? What are you a little nervous about? And then what are your plans beyond high school? Are you thinking of going to college? Are you thinking of going into the military? Or maybe you even have a field of study. Maybe you want to go into medicine or something like that. So just tell us what your plans are. And Brody, we'll start with you again.
Okay. For what I'm excited about, for going to high school, it's just gonna be great to meet new people and have more opportunities with friends because there's 4 towns in my high school, and a bunch of kids I don't even know. Going on to the second part, I think that itself is even nerve-wracking a little, just with so many new faces, you don't know anybody. And then for the final part, in the future, I just want to let people know they have a chance to succeed. And yeah.
No problem. Marilise, what about you?
So for the first part, I'm excited to meet my new teachers and new students. Since I'm new to Riverside, I don't really know much people. So it will be great to meet new people, but I'm nervous because we're going to be learning harder curriculum and as well meeting new people. Um, and what I'm looking forward to after high school is maybe going to college and just seeking more education so I could be the best I can.
Great, great. Taylor?
For high school, I am looking forward to having more classes like Latin and music appreciation. And I am nervous about being in a bigger school with like a bunch of new people because my school is like really tiny. And in the future, I think I would like to become a therapist because my friends always confide in me, and I like being a person that somebody can come to and like confide in.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Kylie, what about you?
I'm definitely excited to be learning more things with new classes and everything. I'm definitely nervous about new people coming to my school also. that is definitely nerve wracking. In the future, I definitely want to go to college, maybe study multiple different things, but my main idea is I want to be a vet when I grow up. So
Great, great. Nick, what about you?
I'm excited because I applied for high school. I applied for a program called Project Lead the Way. It's an engineering program, and I got accepted into it. I'm very excited for that. I'm a little bit nervous for high school because it's like new people. And that's always a little bit nerve wracking. And after high school, I am probably going to go to college, but I don't know what I'd like to become after college. Probably something in medicine or like the sciences and that.
Okay, no pressure to decide now. You have another 4.5 years, or 4.25 years to make that decision. Melanie, what about you?
I actually also got into Project Lead the Way, so I'm super excited for that. And I'm also excited for like more options for my classes and seeing new friends. And my dream has always been to go to Princeton to become an architect. And then I'm also like kind of nervous to see like where I'm going to fit in high school and like how like I'll interact with those around me.
And Zoe, what about you?
I'm very excited to work with the upperclassmen and to learn more from them. And I'm also excited for sports and more academic classes. And I'm nervous because I feel like the curriculum is definitely going to get harder and I may not excel as much as I have before. And um, I want to go to college, and whatever major I pick, I just want to be successful in it.
Great, great. I think you all, there was some common themes there, that the thing that you looking forward to is meeting new people, and the thing that makes you a little nervous is all these new people you're going to meet. So good luck to all of you. I'm sure you'll be successful. I loved your insights into the pandemic, into how to improve our schools. And I think you will all be successful in the future. So I hope you all enjoyed this interview with some students, 8th graders from Burlington County. And thank you.